what should I think about in creating an effective white paper or free guide that will convert a visitor into a lead? So an effective white paper free guide, yeah. So I'll tell you what I did with my last one. So if you have some sort of traffic already, I would recommend this process. And it's basically just ask your visitors. So that's what I did. There are a lot of different ways in which you can ask visitors. There are a lot of little tools. I used Qualaroo, which is sort of a micro survey tool that pops up at the bottom of the website and asks just one question. And so I started with the initial question of, I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something along the lines of, what sort of guide would you be most interested in getting? What free guide would you be most interested in? And then I had 3 answers. Like I think one of them was a guide on generating more sales, a guide on generating more leads, a guide. And so they were kind of broad like that, right? So then once I got and that's because I wanted to know where to focus my effort, right? Because I could come out with anything. Then once I had that, I then basically ran that micro survey again, but with a different question, asking, basically coming up with 3 potential titles for an ebook and asking them which one they'd like to get. So once I had an answer for that, then that's when I started writing the ebook. I've seen other people do it in different ways, like they have an email list, and when people sign up to the email list, they'll ask them, somebody called, a friend of mine called Derek Halpern, he asked them, what are you struggling with right now, as a question. So people will reply back and say what they're struggling with right now. So that's great information to use for like an ebook. You know what people are struggling with. I've also, like if you have an email list, I've sent that question out in a survey. So if you don't have an email list, or you're not getting traffic, and this is like just to get things started, so what I would do is I would probably go look at like what people are struggling with, or they're talking about in forums, on Twitter or anything like that, right? Also look at blog posts for your intended audience, right? So if, like for me, I was initially focusing on designers. So then maybe I'd go to design blogs and then see which posts do really, really well. Which topics are they most interested in, right? Then look at social bookmarking sites and see which ones which ones have the most interest, which ones people are most interested in, and that can be a really great signal to let you know that my market or this segment of it is interested in this topic, and then creating an ebook about that, or a white paper on that. So the other thing that I'd mention is that you often want to make it tie into your product, so it should be related in some way, shape, or form. The more closely related it is to your product, the smoother that transition will be from like lead to actual paying customers.